Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
Doris Day lived by the lyrics of her song Que Sera, Sera. She felt that no matter what happened in life, no matter how down you are, if you just pick yourself up and start over, there's always a bright light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, I know if I ever get the chance to sing and act, I'll be the happiest girl in the whole world.
Doris was a very happy, joyful person, and she tried to bring that joy to other people as well. She had a terrific sense of humor.
Gee, Ma, you act as if we were monsters or something.
Well, you are.
One important thing about Doris Day is the fact that she never really considered herself a celebrity.
You mean little country girl becomes a big star. My name in lights, cars, houses.
Yes, that's it.
Oh!
She was always Doris Marianne von Kappelhoff. She was always this little girl who just happened to be extraordinarily talented.
Doris Day was one of the most genuine, kind, and down-to-earth people you could ever know.
Say, how does everybody know so much about me?
Doris fell in love with Carmel when she filmed Julie up there in 1956. She liked that small town feel. And she found this wonderful property that was on a hilltop and overlooked a beautiful golf course. And she named it Overlook. And in recent years, it became a tradition for fans from all over the world to gather in Carmel for her birthday, and she would come out and speak to as many as she could. It just meant so much to her that all these people came out to see her.
Her property was large enough and she had a guest house where friends would stay. I remember I said to her once, Doris, you should put in a turnstile.
Some people thought that Doris became reclusive when she moved up to Carmel, which couldn't be further from the truth. She loved to have company and would have so many friends come to visit. And there were her celebrity friends like Tony Bennett and Paul McCartney and Mary Wicks.
Guess I'd better stay. You're a nice woman, but him, somebody's got to watch.
Doris and Mary Wicks were in 4 movies together. They loved to keep in touch, and they just had the best time talking about some of the other people that they had worked with. I mean, she worked with the cream of the crop, that's for sure. James Garner, Jack Lemmon, and James Cagney, and Frank Sinatra. They all were just close friends. We kind of encouraged her to watch movies with us, the ones that we loved, and it was so fun to watch with her.
I was having a rendezvous with Rock Hudson.
I think Rock Hudson was one of Doris's favorite leading men, and they were good friends besides, and the two of them had such fun walking around the property together and playing with the dogs and everything, and she just loved having him there.
It's all right, Jim. Everything's gonna be fine.
I think most people know by now how much Doris Day loved animals. She loved making films, but animals were her heart's passion. And that's what she devoted basically the second half of her life to, making this a better world for the animals and the people who love them. She always seemed to be surrounded by animals in her films. The elephant in Jumbo, and horses, and dogs, of course, dogs.
She just loved dogs. In the early days, she had 2 big standard poodles named Smudgy and Bean, and then gradually she got more and more, and she was always taking in strays.
She was known as the dog catcher of Beverly Hills. Doris Day started the Doris Day Animal Foundation as a result of her going door to door rescuing animals. But those efforts grew and grew to where she couldn't do all of that herself anymore. So the Animal Foundation has grown significantly and is one of the largest in the country now.
We're all very fortunate that TCM and others are preserving Doris's films and recordings for future generations. And I think people will remember Doris for her tremendous talent and the inspiration she had on fans all over the world.